Hello there! You're listening to the Pinoy MCU Fan, a bunk collective Filipino podcast where I get to talk about everything and anything Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm your host, Jim. Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Jim and this is the part 2 of our episode with Amy. If you haven't listened to part 1, go ahead and give it a listen, then come back here. Anyway, let's get into it. Here is part 2. So, what is your favorite part of your job as a post production tech?
I think there's this term in film school na I know film school kids can relate. They always say, we'll fix it in post. And I think that's on my Instagram. So dorky.
I saw that.
So, yeah, fix it in post means, kasi in Hollywood, there's this thing where maraming budget nilalaan talaga for post-production. So when they say they fix it in post, parang they'll do everything pre-production, production. They're just gonna film, 100 clips or whatever, and then they'll bring in people in post-production to fix everything. So
Mhm.
I think that's one of my favorite things is, you can cut and edit like hundreds of footage and make your own narrative. You can re-edit and then the story will be different. So I have this professor in my class back in college. He told me na, oh, women are the best editors. Because women knows, they know what looks good on camera. And then he told me because women are good storytellers. Honestly, Professor, I forgot your name. He's a he, but like
Mhm.
he's a big advocate for female editors. And I mentioned this to you before because when I went to Marvel, I told you most of their editors and people that work in Stereo D, shout out, are mostly women.
Mhm.
And this is a very interesting fact because people think that like Hollywood or the industry is run by, by the
Man,
male
yeah.
population, by
Yeah.
men, but there's actually women out there in this field.
Mhm.
And that's the power of post because the things that didn't exist during production now exist after post. Si Galactus, wala siya sa production, but
Yeah.
he's in post.
Mhm.
Tapos, those impossible things during production, pre-production, can Pedro Pascal, extend his limbs, diba? Are now
Yeah.
possible during post. So I think that's the fun part. I think it's the most stressful part of making a movie is the editing and adding like VFX and CG.
Mhm.
But it definitely is a big part of making these movies happen. Parang ganon.
Mhm.
So that's I guess that
So
would be
you
my
love
favorite part.
being part of that. Like
I
you're
love being part of that.
surrounded by fellow women and
Yeah.
you're making
Mm-hmm.
these like films.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even our VFX artists in Korea kasi we work alongside with our VFX. Most if not all VFX CGI editors, animators, they're all outsourced. They're not
Mhm.
working in the US.
Yeah.
They're from Korea, India, China. Our team in Korea, mostly women actually too.
Ooh.
Shout out Team Korea. So it's very interesting. And I went when I went to film school initially, I didn't want to be in post. I went to film school to be a writer, actually.
Ooh.
Yeah, I wanted to be a screenwriter. That was
That was a
initially
plan.
that was the plan.
Uh-uh.
Kasi I like stories. I think they're very essential in making a good film.
Mhm.
But the thing was, as parang in college, as you meet a lot of people, parang you get different ideas,
Mhm.
perspectives, and then that's when I was like, yeah, I want to be in post. And so,
Ooh.
mhm.
Oh, I see. And yeah, I remember that message that you said na marami din talagang babae sa Marvel behind our
Yeah.
favorite Marvel films. And that
Mhm.
is actually true. I don't know if if the listeners watch this on Disney Plus, they unfortunately stopped releasing the assembled series. Kasi yung
Oh.
assembled is yung Marvel Studios na series for backstage, for behind the scenes. Ayun. Tawag nila sa
Oh, I see.
behind the scenes nila is assembled. I think it started, I'm not sure, pero I think it started with WandaVision, I think. So,
Mhm.
since WandaVision, yung other releases, meron talagang assembled na behind the scenes na parang mini documentary, which is really cool. But then they stopped releasing that for Thunderbolts. I think walang
Oh.
ganun sa Thunderbolts ngayon. Kasi kung meron, napanood ko na. Pero I think wala kasi wala pa akong maalala nung pinanood ko. So it's kind
Oh, I
of
see.
sad. But if you guys really, you want to check like is Amy telling the truth? Go watch that. Go watch Assembled. You're gonna see
Yep.
there's a lot of women behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
A lot of women
that's
behind the
yeah,
scenes.
that's really, of course, again, as a Pinoy MCU fan, babae ako. And the people that I have been interviewing so far in this podcast, puro babae din. Like Amy, like Amy, babae. Parang syempre parang proud na, oh my god, we're seeing ourselves in a male
Exactly.
dominated field.
Oh,
'Ba?
period. Period.
'Di ba? So parang syempre nakaka-proud na, oh my God, yung, ayan nga, nakaka-proud na we are represented, that these people, these movies value our skills and everything. So yeah, it's very validating. It's very empowering, right?
Period.
'Di ba?
Empowering.
Yeah. Oh my God. Sis, I'm having that wave of like proudness right now. I'm not gonna lie. This is like, di ba sinishare ko kanina, proud ako sa atin. Tapos proud ako seeing the work behind the scenes. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Oh, we're out
Aww.
here, 'di ba?
We're
We're
out here.
out
We're
here.
adults.
Oo, oh my God. Wala lang. Tapos pati yung editor, bigla shoutout. So I just wanna shout out again. Also, my podcast editor is also a woman. So it's just, I don't know. I'm just having that wave of like proudness that I am surrounded by very empowering women. Again, in a
Period. Love
very
that.
male dominated field. So, hi. I'm so proud. Hugs for us. Oh my God. Hugs
Hugs for
everyone. Hugs
us.
for us. So yeah. Anyway, moving on. I just want to ask, since
Mm-hmm.
4DX, again, that is
Yeah.
your work, that is what you do. Of course, you've seen
Mm-hmm.
4DX films. As I
Mm-hmm.
mentioned earlier, unfortunately, I have not. But I do think na parang nung bata ako na parang siguro nag 4DX na ako dati. Hindi ko lang maalala kung anong film. Pero I'm sure nung bata ako, probably. But as an adult, since wala akong maalala, I'll just say na hindi ko pa siya na-experience. And then, of course, wala din tayong ScreenX dito sa Pinas. So
Yeah.
again, if we forgot to tell you guys, Amy is again based in LA. So ang daming ScreenX and 4DX. Pero I do know that, of course, some of us fans, I know some fellow fans that I've been talking to on the Pinoy MCU fan podcast on Instagram. Alam ko sa inyo din is nagta-travel with, ayun, na-mention ni Amy kanina, what if manood ako ng ScreenX sa Korea? Because, ayun, Philip, if you're listening, pang ilang mention mo na
I
to, but
live
yeah,
fifth.
Philip and I are gonna be going to Seoul soon. So, ayun,
Fun.
nilalagay din talaga namin sa itinerary namin na manunod kami ng sinehan abroad. And I guess since
Oh,
Korea is the
nice.
main, yun yung base din ng CJ 4Dplex.
Mm-hmm.
So, saan ka pa manonood ng 4DX or ScreenX? Doon na, kung nandun ka na, manood ka na.
Yeah,
So,
dun na.
'di ba? With that, I just wanna ask,
Mm-hmm.
sister, what is your favorite 4DX muna, what is your favorite film na panood mo sa 4DX?
Um, I'll say F1. Kasi I
Kasi
wasn't a
cars.
big, yeah, I'm not a big fan of F1 then.
Mhm,
Pero kasi, like you said, it was like, parang racing talaga eh. Kasi
mm,
F1, which is not a spoiler, it's
mhm.
basically, racing talaga. Multiple races. So in 4DX, talagang it feels like you're in there, you're in the tracks. And
Does it
yeah,
smell like does it smell like tires? Like rubber tires?
actually it does.
Oh,
We
damn.
have a scent na perfect mo yun, sister. Like we have a scent called
No,
rubbing, not rubbing, I think rubber tires. That's the name of
rubber.
the one of the scents. So you feel it, and then there was a scene in the movie, which is also in the trailer, where one of the races is during a
Mhm.
rain. So while talagang in your 4DX, talagang there's rain.
May pumapatak.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll say that's my favorite because that's the most recent one. Pero back then, this was before my time in the company. Twisters, the
Oh,
Glenn
damn. Oh,
Powell
yeah, yeah.
one.
The one where David is also in, like David
Yeah.
Superman.
Oh yeah, David Superman.
Yeah.
Hottie. Anyway, um, we that was actually hi David. Actually, that was one of our top releases. Actually, I believe, because we
Mm.
did two re-releases.
Paano yun, umiikot yung upuan?
No,
Sa
actually,
Twister.
sis, totoo. Kasi we have a storm effect. We have a
Ah,
storm effect. So, para siyang fans that go crazy with water. Kasi what I noticed with 4DX fans, and I think, you know, I could say this for one. Sometimes it gets a little too much. Because if you're
Mhm.
there for two
True.
hours, tapos you're being
Tapos
tossed around,
gumaganon ka, oo.
yeah, sometimes it's too much. Pero what we've noticed is people like it. People like extreme. People actually enjoy it. Parang those are the biggest kasi we had Jurassic Rebirth,
Mhm.
and Jurassic Rebirth have a lot of water scenes, have a lot of rain scenes.
Mhm.
So they crank it up. They crank up the water para talagang wet
Mhm.
scene talaga, intense talaga. So what the company did, and I think it was very smart marketing, they gave everyone ponchos. So when you're going to
Oh,
watch
so
a
it was
4DX movie, yeah.
real. Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I saw that, I
You,
saw that.
oh,
Akala ko
you saw the
noon parang
ponchos.
parang ano lang siya, parang, super excited silang fan, ayun yung costume nila.
Oh, yung yellow
Yeah, I
ponchos.
didn't know that
Yeah.
it's actually for real. Parang siyang
Yeah.
same
We gave
poncho
those out.
sa US, ano 'di ba, sa theme parks, sa
Mhm.
Universal Studios na
Yeah.
ano. It's the same as poncho, right?
It's the same
Same,
ponchos.
'di ba?
Yeah. We gave it out kasi para it adds to the experience eh.
Yes,
Kasi you
oo,
guys want more water, let's do this. And
oo.
to add more to it, we'll give you guys ponchos. Para it really feels like it.
Damn, I
Parang
feel like
ganon.
the US, like, again, I have not been to 4DX, so I cannot
Mhm.
vouch for the Philippine cinema one. But
We'll try it.
again, yeah, we will try it. But again, if you have the opportunity to like travel abroad, especially if you're in Korea, that's the closest thing, right, for us, Korea or Japan.
Mhm.
So
Japan, yeah.
try to experience it. We should.
Yep.
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 If you're flying out soon, kasi 'di ba nag-sale yung Sebpak listeners. So if you guys kung may booking kayo 'di ba abroad soon, I feel like we've grown so much because why are we talking about film tourism? Like, right?
Diba?
Like oh my
Right?
god.
Parang
Not
that's the
like
next step eh.
yeah, not like ano ha, not like going to like film locations, but like we are adding cinemas, movie theaters to our
Mhm.
itineraries. Like
Mhm.
damn. Our
Or
hobbies are like going to the
yeah.
next level.
Or, parang ScreenX, hopefully ScreenX and 4DX will expand more
Oo.
Southeast Asia.
Oo nga, tama.
Actually, I think
Dapat ayun
Vietnam.
ang
Vietnam has a lot din eh.
dapat ay we. Uy, ang
Yeah,
dami nagve-Vietnam
Vietnam.
ngayon sa mga fellow
Vietnam.
fellow Pinoys, ang dami
Mhm.
nagve-Vietnam.
I know
Ooh,
they also have a lot. So, Philippines talaga. I'm very
Philippines
surprised
lang
wala pang
talaga,
ScreenX.
oo. Philippines kasi parang I think tama ba, 3 pa lang ang 4DX sa'min ta's lahat pa yun sa Manila. Oh,
Ah,
eh,
okay.
'di ba yung other cities natin like Cebu and
Mhm.
Davao, ano pa,
Mhm.
CTO I think, may mga ano dun, may mga I think may mga IMAX dun. So,
Oh.
CJ, what's happening
CJ,
here?
let's go.
You know what? Ayala Malls. Let's go.
Ayala
Ayala
Malls,
Malls.
let's
Yeah,
go.
because again, I'm just sharing the formats again. IMAX for the Philippines is partnered with SM Supermalls, and then for 4DX and 4DX pa lang sa Pilas. It's Ayala Cinemas, Ayala Malls.
Ayala
So,
Cinemas.
yeah. And then sis nakakaano, nakaka-excite. Lalagay ko talaga siya sa soul na itinerary. And also, ang saya naman diyan sa US kasi meron talagang poncho. Ang cute nun
Yeah.
actually, ang cute nun kasi parang nasaya ka pa sa experience, may souvenir ka pa
May
na
souvenir ka
poncho,
pa.
'di ba?
True.
Ang saya, oh my God. Pero, I don't know if you can answer this, pero siyempre, can I ask, what is your
Mhm.
least favorite? I am asking because again, we talked about earlier that experiencing something on a big screen or like your chair moving, that's fun.
Mhm.
That's super fun, super interactive
Yeah.
with action films. So, of
Yeah.
course, hindi naman lahat ng movies na lumalabas sa sinehan ay action films. So, I just
Mhm.
wanted to ask you, may least favorite ka bang 4DX?
I think yung least favorite ko would have to be kasi we also do horror. We actually
Oh my
do a lot
God.
of I can't do horror. We did Final Destination in
Oh
4DX.
God.
And yeah, here sa US, grabe yung reception niya. We were so
But
shocked.
they liked it. People
They
like
liked it. But I'm not gonna go and torture. Kasi the thing is like we have these things on the chair para siyang mga shakers. Like you definitely feel something yung
oh
pag
that
may
oh God.
yeah,
Damn.
so
Oh my
the
God.
actual chair itself has those like
So
parang
so
massage chair. You know those massage
parang
chairs?
gumaganon, oo.
Mhm. Mhm.
Oh, damn, I
So
didn't
I
know that.
wouldn't I wouldn't go for one. I think I'd rather go for like yung adventure. Kasi when you do
Um,
horror in 4DX, parang it adds more to the scare, yung mga,
Oo, kasi
ano.
parang siyempre 'pag pumunta ako sa movie theater, alam mo yung upuan, ito yung upuan
Mhm.
talaga. Saying this as someone who is also scared of horror generally.
Yeah.
So like, as someone who is scared, I would like stick to the familiar. So if I'm in a movie
Mhm.
theater, the most familiar thing is my chair. And you're telling me
Yeah.
in 4DX, the chair, kakalabitin ako? Girl, baka gusto mo sumigaw ako, magwawala ako doon, 'di ba? So understandable.
Yeah.
Pero I also get the one that you're saying na it's surprising that people liked it. I get.
People like it, yeah.
I think as humans, we are just insane like that. I feel like.
We are insane. I think we just want to see how far we can go. I've known people that, parang they've walked out, they couldn't handle it anymore, or
The thing
kasi
is,
it really adds more. Eh.
can they really walk out? Cause like the chair is moving. How are you gonna walk out?
Yun
Like,
nga eh, 'di ba? They're gonna toss themselves out of the chair, I
right?
think. They're just gonna run out, parang
Oh
ganun.
my god.
But yeah, not for me. Not for
Yeah,
me.
pass a horror,
Pass on
pass.
that.
Thank you. Next. Speaking of
Thank you,
next,
next.
alam ko wala kaming Screen X, pero can you
Mm-hmm.
share with us like your favorite film on Screen X and like ano ba talaga yung experience? I know that you said earlier peripheral siya,
Mm-hmm.
but like can you expand on that?
Oh, I see. Okay. So when I say peripheral, it's like, kasi the misconception with ScreenX is stretch down namin yung main
Oh, yun.
screen, which isn't the truth. Like I said, like for example lang, which is
Oo.
not a spoiler, it's
Oo.
just in my head. Kunwari is a Fantastic Four, when Pedro like extends his arms, di ba? In a regular screen, sa middle screen, usually ganyan lang yung nakikita mo eh. Parang ganyan
Mm.
lang. In Screen X, we can extend it to the side. So it's like you're seeing his arms extend on your
On your
left
ear.
peripheral.
Oo, para
On your
makikita.
ear, parang
On your
ganon. Parang it really encapsulates you.
Oo.
And we did this thing for F1 na parang you're
Hmm.
inside the car with Brad Pitt.
Oh
Parang ganon.
damn. That's so
So,
fun.
you can look on the side. You can look on the
Parang
side.
talaga
You can
nagda-drive.
see, yeah, parang ka nagda-drive. Yeah, exactly. Parang you can watch, not, I wouldn't say watch the side, but you can peek on the side and you can see parang extra footage.
Ah.
Like, let's say in the dining room scene sa Fantastic Four, like in the
Mm.
trailer, di ba?
Oo.
Um, you only see Invisible Girl and see Mr. Fantastic in the middle. Plus, you can see Johnny on the side. You can see the Thing on the side. Kasi
Mhm.
it adds more. Eh.
Yeah.
So it adds more
That's
to your viewing experience. So, like I said, we're still modernizing the format. And sooner or later, we'll bring our own cameras then on set so that there's actual special footage na. So
That
it
is
adds more.
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I was
Have
like
you,
thinking,
yeah.
I was
Mm-hmm.
actually thinking like paano kaya nila video yung peripheral? Like
Mm-hmm.
how does the camera work? And then parang you just reminded me of that question that I have at the back of my
Mm-hmm.
head. So
Yeah.
it's interesting that you actually answered that na for now we are
We don't have
CGI,
that, yeah.
yeah,
It's all
CGI.
CG,
Pero
VFX.
in the future
Mm-hmm.
magkakaroon na talaga ng actual camera.
Cameras, yeah.
Oo.
Actually, we don't just do movies. Eh. In Korea, they do K-pop concerts.
Yeah,
So you've
I
seen one,
remember
di
that.
ba?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have not seen one, but
Oh,
I was so sad. I'm so sorry. I know
mm-hmm.
I'm a K-pop fan as well, but then when
Yeah.
I was in Korea last year, when I was in
Mm-hmm.
Seoul, I had in my head like, okay, I'm gonna go to CGV. I will go watch 4DX or Screen X, but I really
Mm-hmm.
wanted 4DX, and I will
Mm-hmm.
watch Moana or Wicked, but I really want to experience Moana too. And then they told
Mm-hmm.
me, "Oh, sorry, only K-pop." And I was so sad. Like I
Yeah.
think it
We
was
also do K-pop. Mm-hmm.
what is like I think it was Together by Together or
Oh,
or ano ba yung isa? Tomorrow by Together pala yung isa,
Tomorrow by
TXT.
Together.
Tapos yung I think
And
it was
Hyphen?
Enhypen, oo, I think it
70.
was
Oh.
Enhypen or 17. I was like so sad.
Mm.
Like I really
So,
wanted to watch Moana too. But
yeah.
I still watched it
But
in regular cinema.
in regular cinemas.
Yeah.
Pero the interesting part about the K-pop concerts, kasi we do them in Korea and we're very hands-on. And we did Coldplay as well. We
Oh.
did Imagine Dragons. Concert films is actually
Mm-mm.
really good in Screen X. And the difference between feature movies to concert, we actually bring our own cameras.
Oo.
during the concerts.
Mm.
So, there's this one thing na we were told kung bakit gusto ng mga K-pop fans yung concert in ScreenX is because, let's say, may performance sa middle,
Mm.
then you look on the side, your bias is on the side. Parang we did this for BTS eh. Like, the latest BTS movie is actually in ScreenX.
Mm.
So, let's say, Jungkook is like in the middle. Tapos dito sa side, you have
Pero
Jimin.
ano ba siya?
Dito on the side, you have...
Does it look like ano rin, peripheral pa rin? Or like actually I
So,
can turn my head?
yeah, concert films, you can turn your head. Kasi those,
Ah,
we actually use cameras, our own
okay.
cameras to
So
film them.
for
Yeah.
this one, okay, kasi you mentioned camera twice.
Mm-hmm.
The first one, yung sinasabi mo na for movies talaga, is yung
Mm-hmm.
camera na yun is it takes the actual peripheral view. Is that correct? Parang so you don't have to CG it anymore. Is that correct? Is that
So yeah, if we have that, so that's the next step of ScreenX is to
okay?
bring our own cameras on set. But for
To
now, we yeah,
para
to
yung
actually you can
peripheral is from the camera na talaga. Ayun yung
yeah, from
doll.
the camera na
Pero for this
and
one,
then
for film concerts, actual
mhm,
camera siya na normal kasi we
mhm,
can turn and see,
you can turn, you
yeah,
can
and see
actually see
Jungkook, oh my God, and Jimin, parang ganon.
parang
I
ganun,
gets.
yeah.
Gets.
So it's possible, it's possible. It's just we're still growing eh.
Mm-mm.
I mentioned this before. This is the first year where we average about 60 minutes of Screen
Mm-mm.
X scenes in a movie. So usually 30 minutes lang in a 2-hour movie. Now it's 60 minutes,
Minutes.
ganon.
Oh,
So
parang
for
umaano naman.
mhm,
Nag-improve in a way, like yung,
yeah, yung number of minutes,
uh, mi-
that's one of the biggest things. For Blue Moon, actually, Blue
mhm.
Moon, Blue Moon, you can add this.
Ah.
Interesting fact. So when you're working on a movie, you don't call it based on the movie title.
Oh yeah,
You
may
get
mga, wait, what is
yes,
Blue Moon?
Blue Moon
Uh,
is Fantastic Four.
oo nga pala,
Yeah,
you told me that. I forgot.
yeah.
So, yan yung ano
Then
niya. Is it for like secrecy purposes? Like confidentiality? Kaya siya
so
different name?
confidentiality. Yeah, I
Okay.
think all movies have those
Parang,
titles. Then
part of
so they use
production
it.
din talaga.
Yeah.
Gets.
So
Okay. Blue Moon. Oh, that's
little
interesting.
segue. Pero in Thunderbolts,
What?
the security title is actually Oops All Berries. Kasi before Wheaties, you know Oops All Berries, the Captain Crunch Oops All Berries cereal.
No.
So it's a cereal, American cereal. Kasi I thought they were gonna use
Captain Crunch.
Wheaties.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Captain Crunch, ganon.
Yeah.
So they call it Oops All Berries, Oops All Berries. So ang funny lang kasi when we're talking about the movie, parang, oh yeah, I sent Oops All Berries here. Tapos Florence Pugh posted a photo, and I don't think she was supposed to. She posted a photo of her on set, and
Tapos nakalagay,
behind her it says OAB.
oo.
Parang ganon. So that's how they do it. But yeah, little segue, little
Okay,
cute
that was
segue.
fun.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting how we're gonna learn. I mean, how we're gonna find out Blue Moon.
Yeah,
Please
Blue
don't
Moon.
tell
Yeah,
me yet. Please don't
yeah,
tell
yeah.
me.
I'm
Yeah.
not. But for this one, Blue Moon, I think, or Fantastic Four, it's an hour and 5 minutes. I'm not sure what hour, 50 minutes yung movie.
Mm-hmm.
And we have 60 minutes then. So a good 1
Oh,
hour.
good one.
Yeah.
Oo nga. Kalahati.
Pero
More
parang,
more than kalahati.
a little bit more. So, oh my God, I didn't get to answer your question.
Yeah, what's your favorite Screen X film?
Favorite screenings. I always say kasi ano eh, the recent one trumps the previous one. Parang it's always the recent release, and a recent release is Superman. I
Oh
think,
yeah.
yeah, you saw it, diba?
Yeah, I really love Superman.
We love him. We love him.
Yeah.
So Superman was pretty cool in Screen X, but I heard recently, so we also did Jurassic Rebirth.
Mm.
We made like the longest Screen X scene, the longest Screen X scene ever in the history of Screen X title. So Jurassic Rebirth, yung last portion niya, if anyone has seen it, in Screen X we did at least 52 minutes. Everything was on Screen X.
52
Yeah.
minutes na dire-diretso, puro Screen X.
Yeah.
Naka-project siya.
Naka-project siya for 52 minutes long. Hanggang mag-ending. Ang haba niya, di ba? It's so little by little we're trying to
Pero
parang
that's fun,
make,
that's nice.
yeah.
Girl, parang
Mhm.
sobrang sulit ng bayad ko dun kapag ganun.
Yeah.
Kasi
So
52
little by
minutes na
little,
diretso. Oo.
yeah.
Damn, oh.
Hopefully step by step,
Yeah.
we'll get a full length ScreenX movie na talagang full. Kaya lang
All
kasi they're
throughout,
hard to make. Yeah, all throughout.
Mm.
They're hard to make, pero maybe
I feel like
someday
that's
let's
nice. That's
modernize.
nice because
Mhm.
dinosaurs, man. Dinosaurs.
Yeah,
And
those
Scarlett
dinosaurs.
Johansson. And
Mhm.
Jonathan Bailey.
Jonathan
Yeah,
Bailey.
that's like all worth it. Like, and ScreenX. Like, I'm gonna see them.
Yeah,
There's like a T-Rex coming. I'm not okay. I have not seen Jurassic World Rebirth. I am so sorry, but I am
you're
planning
good.
to watch it soon. But like, just imagine there's like a T-Rex in front of me, but like on the side, it's like Scarlett and Jonathan.
Mhm.
Girl, I would scream because I am so not scream at the dinosaur, but more like, oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm between like two
Oh my
people,
gosh,
like
John
kind of like that.
Bailey.
Yeah, but like that's so cool. But like,
Mhm.
yeah, kasi di ba parang Rainforest yung movie na yon.
Yeah,
Tapos dinosaurs.
dinosaurs pa. Yeah, very heavy on
Yeah.
animation siya. Heavy on
Uh-oh. Which
CG.
is which is where you guys truly like what do you call that? Doon kayo talaga nag-excel, 'di ba?
Yeah. So
Kasi
hopefully as we
ano,
modernize and more people, so hopefully soon magkaroon ng ScreenX sa Philippines so that we
mm,
can, you guys get to
I can,
experience
yeah. Because currently we're just experiencing through you, through your cuentos, di ba?
through my cuentos. Yeah.
Oh my God, sis. I honestly don't have any questions left
Mm-hmm.
because we actually sobrang chika naming dalawa.
Sobrang chika.
We had
Kasi
so much fun.
yeah,
And
listeners, we haven't like parang you know that feeling of like seeing a familiar face.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
uh,
'Di ba? Jim and I, we both moved to America around the same time, I think, 'di ba?
yes. Yeah.
So, but she
Which
went
is
to Hawaii
Which
and
is
I
funny
went to
because we never
LA.
saw each other. You were in LA, of
Yeah,
course. You were in California, and I was in Hawaii.
yeah.
So, and now I'm
We
here
never saw
back
each
home.
other.
Yeah, now I also shared this on the podcast that I did go back home, and that's also one of the reasons I started this podcast because it was a pandemic and I was bored and I love
Mm,
MCU, so might as well do this. And now it's such a full circle moment that
full circle moment.
yeah, and
Kaya talagang
also
sobrang chika.
when I was in Korea, Amy was also there, but it was her last
I was
day
there.
on my first day.
Yeah.
So we're like, girl, oh my god, we didn't even get to see each other.
Yeah. Grabe
But
din
now
yun.
we're seeing each other on like online on Zoom. On
Yeah.
Zoom.
Kaya
Yeah.
please let us talk. Please let us chika.
Please let us chica. I It's just that I think I don't have any questions in mind right now because I
Mhm.
asked so much questions earlier. I asked so much and I had so much fun talking with you on this podcast
I
and
had
I'm
so much
super
fun as well.
thankful
Of course,
having
of
you
course.
here and you were so down and you made time for me,
Of course.
especially during the busy season of like the Fantastic Four first steps. Right?
Exciting.
Super excited. We're also are you excited? I am excited. Can I
Yeah.
ask?
Mhm.
Can I ask?
Go
Do
ahead
you
and
think we're
ask.
gonna love it? Do you think we're gonna love it? We're gonna there are they like may mga parts ba na biglang gaganon talaga kami sa cinema, tatayo kami ganon.
Actually, lahat yun eh. Minention mo.
Okay na mention ko na. So lahat yun
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, eto na
Yes in
lang.
all forms.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I talked about this on my latest episode. It's about
Mm-hmm.
Doomsday.
Ooh.
It's we have this is a Fantastic Four film. We have Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards. When we think of Reed Richards, in all movies, in all superheroes, alam mo natin meron silang rival talaga.
Mm-hmm.
You know where I'm going. So my question is, and also it's kind of obvious because next naman natin next year is Avengers Doomsday. But I just
Mm-hmm.
like just wanna ask, are we gonna see a first look at Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom? Oh, she's smiling. She's not okay. I guess is that an answer? What is
That's my answer.
her
That's my
answer?
answer.
Is like a smile and then she laughed. So I'm so
Yeah, I love you,
excited.
Marvel Studios. Don't. Eh,
That was
hopefully,
not
Marvel Studios isn't listening. Or yeah,
or kidding. Please don't kick us out. Biglang ganon.
yeah.
But
Pero I answered Jim. By the way, I
she
answered
just
her.
yeah, that's an answer, which is a
That
very
was an
vague
answer.
answer. I think
Yeah,
question itself kind of answered yung sarili niya, if that makes sense.
yeah,
because again, we all know where we're going, but I don't know. It's just like, the anticipation and
Yeah.
everything and the excitement. I don't, of course, again, we are on camera. You guys cannot see us, but like, I'm like shaking on camera. She can see it. I'm like, I have my hands curled up. It's like, I'm
Yeah,
holding,
she's
yeah,
ready. She's
I
ready.
am, yeah, RDJ,
Right, DJ.
Dr.
I
Doom.
yeah, I want to say I'm very excited for the reactions of people. It's always like that when it comes to these
Mm-hmm.
movies. All movies we've worked on, but MCU kasi talaga is different. Like it hits
Yeah,
different, sabi nga nila.
yeah.
So I'm very excited to the reception. I don't care about, whatever reviews, whatever box
Mm-hmm.
office hits. I want like actual reactions from the fans and
Mm-hmm.
how they're gonna absorb this movie. But yeah,
I
you know,
agree. I know that again, this is the Pinoy MCU fan podcast, but you would expect, I mean, I think listeners would expect me to like give reviews,
Mhm.
like critical critics reviews.
Yeah,
But I feel like I have to remind everyone that I am a fan first. So, medyo
that's good.
baka sabihin nyo kasi parang lahat naman nagugustuhan niya. Girl talaga. MCU fan ako eh.
Yeah,
Parang, pero, yeah. So parang, you are right. I am that person that you are anticipating to react. I am that
yeah,
kind of person. I am that type of fan.
you're that girl.
Yeah, I am that girl. So, oh my god, I think we have to wrap this up here. But like
Mhm.
again, I have so many questions. So before we end this, Amy, is there anything else you'd like to add that we didn't really like discuss or like I forgot to ask you about? Anything?
Um, I feel like you have more questions. I'll let you. All I want to say is thank you for inviting me again. And I guess this is another shameless plug. Please support these movies. These movies, Fantastic Four is coming out. We've worked hard. Marvel worked hard. I know there's no Screen X, so if you have 4DX, please also check it out in 4DX if you can. Just a reminder, please enjoy movies. Just enjoy
Mm-hmm.
them.
Enjoy them.
Don't
Yeah.
take don't think too hard. Reviews, whatever, box office numbers, whatever. These movies are made by some of the most talented people that I know in this world, and they're made with hard work. It's like there's a lot of work put into it. So it's I guess in a sense that like the money that you use to pay for these tickets goes to the pockets of the people that work behind the scenes,
Mm-hmm.
not just the people that you get to see on screen. So I guess parting words. I hope the world is excited for Fantastic Four and for the amazing movies coming out this year, next year.
Yeah, we are on a generational run, right? Amazing.
Exactly, exactly. A lot
Mhm.
of movies are coming out. Please support them. I should be saying this to Philippine movies then, but I'm so sorry. Please also support Philippine movies. But I work in Hollywood. But
Yeah, she's in US na. Pero in terms of like Filipino films, guys, blockbuster Filipino films, lalo na yung mga romantic movies natin
mhm,
dito sa Pinas. They also get exported abroad. And I
yeah,
remember malakas na malakas sila sa Filipino community abroad.
communities,
So,
yeah.
we mentioned na Amy is in California, kung saan maraming Filipinos doon. And
Mhm.
I also lived in Hawaii. Marami ding Filipinos doon. Tayo yung mga target market. So,
Yeah.
yeah, if Filipinos abroad are supporting Filipino films, hopefully dito rin sa ating I know I'm the Pinoy MCU fan podcast, very Hollywood. Pero again, let's support local as well.
Support local as well.
Yeah.
Just in
Although
general, enjoy
although iba na yung
movies.
local mo, no?
Yeah, yeah, iba na
Joke
yung local
lang,
ko.
iba yan. Pinoy yan, guys. Parehas kaming
Pinoy, Pinoy.
pinanganak at lumaki kami sa Pinas. Yeah. It's just the
Yes.
difference is
Period.
she stayed in America. Ayun.
I stay in America. Yeah.
Yeah. So, super thank you, Amy. Again,
Of
everyone,
course.
please check out her links. I will add that in the description box. Shout out
Yes.
again, lastly, for Philip. If it wasn't for him,
Philip,
yeah, we wouldn't like,
please
get,
listen to this.
yeah, and comment.
Grabe, we'll spam
We will
you.
spam you. Yeah. Again, super thank you. I'm super proud of us. Super
Thank you.
grateful. Thank you so much
Mm-hmm.
for taking your time.
Of
I'm
course. And
ready
thank
for
you.
this.
I know you're tired as well. And grabe, ang dami nating chika. Like, I
Yes.
enjoy this. I really enjoy
I
this. Thank you
enjoy
so
this
much.
too. I was like very much I don't know, I'm nerding out. I don't know if we kind of mentioned this earlier,
Mm-hmm.
but in the early parts of our conversation sa DMs. Hindi ko alam kung na-share natin sa listeners. Pero Amy was like shocked that I was like super surprised and hyped up for her. But then,
Yeah.
girl, I gotta remind you, your work, your profession now, the industry that you are in is probably one of the most interesting things in the world. And
Thank you.
again, me and my
Appreciate that.
listeners, lahat kami, as fans of big industry, like a big studio like Marvel Studios. Yung mga chinika mo, sis, oh my God, like, what what an information. It's like so fun. Hindi siya parang ano eh, chika talaga siya. Parang chikahan lang yung dating ng podcast na to, nung
Yeah.
episode natin. So I'm really happy for that. And I hope, listeners, you guys had fun. And, as usual, please, please, please follow me on Instagram at the dot Pinoy MCU fan. And
No, MCU fan.
with the upcoming Fantastic Four first steps, ang dami kong ipopost na naman diyan. Again, I was lucky enough to be invited to the premiere, to the early screening. So please, I hope you guys are watching my reels on that and enjoying them, I hope. And of course, as promised, after this episode, I will release my my review and reactions on it, on
Yay.
Fantastic Four First Steps. Yay! I'm so
I'm
excited.
excited.
And yeah, I hope you guys watch Fantastic Four First Steps this weekend, because this
Please
episode
watch it.
is publishing on that weekend. So thanks everyone. Again, please DM me if you guys have any chika or questions or like reactions to this. If you guys wanna ask me like, ano pa iba yung chinika sa'yo ni Amy na hindi niya nilagay? You guys can chat me and then I will try. Oh, pwede ba yun, Amy? Hindi, charot. No, but yeah, maybe we can all share, our reactions to this and like fun facts about the industry, especially with Marvel Studios and its titles, right? So thank you, everyone. Talk to you guys soon. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Pinoy MCU fan. If you enjoyed this episode and you'd like to support the podcast, please share it with others, post about it on social media, or leave a rating and review. To connect with me, you can follow or message me on social media at the.PinoyMCUFan. The Pinoy MCU fan is part of the Bunk Collective. Discover more podcasts at thebunkph.com and follow us on social media at thebunkph. That's it, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!